Yeah.
Good evening.
Oh, I'm coming right in.
Yes. Hello. Hello.
I'm coming right in.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know what we never did?
What?
Well, first of all, say hello. Hello.
I did say hello several times. Hello.
Hello. What a fun day we had today.
Yeah, we did. We had a really good time.
Can we talk about that? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I shouldn't jump into that without first saying this is our first. No, it's not. I was just saying it's our first one in May, but it's not. It's our third one in May. I've been drinking.
Yeah, you have. So we were shooting a video earlier, and our friends Drew and Jackie Pico were over with their kids to participate. Noah's here and Sophia's here, and it was the new video that will come up at the end of the week. And so Vinny and Drew got into the scotch during the filming. So thus, Vinny is drinking coffee right now, so he can have a couple sips of coffee to have a little more scotch.
And we're gonna go more scotch.
Yeah, a little more scotch.
The best thing is we had a big crew out there. We had Jackie, Drew.
Yeah.
We had all their kids. We had our Maddie and Tabby and Cassie
And Cassie's friend.
and Aspen, and there was danger involved.
Yeah.
This video involved significant danger.
Yeah, but luckily we don't really have any neighbors, so nobody called the cops on us for doing it outside in our yard.
Yeah, because
So we're excited.
but the danger is exciting.
The danger is exciting.
This is a video that's been in my head for how long?
A long time.
Long time. And now we put our other video up this week, which was shot with Drew. And that video went up yesterday, less than 24 hours ago, in excess of 15,000 people have seen the video on all the platforms already, which is a great number for us.
It is a great number. It's super fun.
So if you can keep spreading the video.
Hello, Ronald Ginsburg. Hello, Sharon. I can't see what they've said, but I see.
We should get Sophia.
My
Sophia,
eyes
write down the names and just flash them up to us.
No,
Quickly.
because that doesn't work, because I don't know what they're saying. That doesn't work.
They're in Baltimore right now.
Oh, they're in Baltimore, and you're watching from Baltimore. Oh, you know what? We have a story about Baltimore.
We can't tell that story.
We cannot tell that story now,
We
but
can tell another time.
another time, yes.
Yeah. What a great story that is.
No, that was a terrifying story.
A
Terrifying story, like heart racing out of your chest kind of story.
Yeah, that was. And yet, here we are. That is, I'm going to tell you when that was. So, Tabby was 2.
Yeah, Tabby was really little.
17 years ago. Mm-hmm. And in that 17 years, Baltimore has not changed at all.
No, they haven't. No, they haven't. So I am going to, we have this new product that I've been dying to try. And, you know, as anybody that knows that I've been talking to this past week, I've had bronchitis. And so I've been on serious antibiotics. No COVID, though. I have tested several times. And
Not that we know of.
no COVID.
No COVID.
No COVID. But I've been dying to try it. It's this new margarita in a bottle that we're selling at the club.
And I think that since you're on antibiotics that you prescribed yourself, why not have?
No. So I did prescribe myself antibiotics. I was taking Maddie's prednisone because she's allergic to it and can't take it. And then I was taking Tabby's old antibiotics. But I have to be honest with you, it wasn't working. I was just getting sicker. And I rolled myself finally to the doctors. But interestingly enough, I told him that I had bronchitis.
Right.
And I also told him Cassie had bronchitis. And he never checked us for COVID, never checked. And Maddie and Tabby saw different doctors at the same place. They never checked them for COVID.
Don't you think doctors have stopped? They've stopped doing stuff because they don't want to get COVID. So you come in.
Well, you know, it's funny you should say that because this doctor, everybody does something a little different at this place. And this doctor, I had to do a telemed from the parking lot.
Yeah, it's all bullshit.
And
it's not even real doctoring.
No, but listen, he let me in because he said, "Are you vaccinated?" I said, "I am." And he said, "Is your child vaccinated?" I said, "She is." And he goes, "Then you are welcome to come in."
Okay, and he didn't even check a vaccine card.
No, he didn't check a vaccine card. Well, you're not. That's not like.
Good call. Good call. Relying on people to just tell the truth.
Yeah.
The whole point of the vaccine card is people will not tell the truth.
Right.
So the medical community of all should be saying, but I don't even believe in that because okay, so first of all, this whole house got sick. I didn't get sick.
I just want to point out to everyone, it's super annoying. It is super annoying because
I didn't get sick.
Yes, because we have to hear about Vinny's we have to hear about his athletic greens that he drinks in the morning. We have to hear about his vitamin regimen that he has at night. We have to hear that he doesn't have sugar, that he doesn't have bread, and look at him.
And you know what else I don't have? You know what else I don't have? Whatever the hell's going through this house. I don't have.
Yeah, I will say he did not get it. He did not get it.
I'm doing the athletic greens.
Yes, you are. I actually started because I was so desperate because I was doing Airborne.
Airborne is candy. It's candy water.
Oh my God,
Airborne is candy water. Okay, your vitamins. She takes gummy vitamins, candy. Okay, I take vitamin A, B, C, D, zinc.
Right.
I take turmeric, or however you say it.
Turmeric.
Whatever. I take it. Chondroitin. And what's the other one?
I have no idea.
Yes,
you
do
whole
zinc. I take the zinc
concoction.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then in the morning I do my athletic greens.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to try mud water. That's my next
try
thing.
That?
Listen, the mud water, they're saying good things. On TikTok, they're saying good things.
On TikTok.
You gotta get your medical advice. You get your medical advice from a guy who goes, "Did you have a vaccine? Okay, I'll get you in." And I get mine from a TikTok star.
Yeah.
We sound terrible, but I'm just dry throat because I've also given up bread, dairy. What else think about?
Life. I don't know. You've given up everything. At night he reads nonfiction books of like how the earth is formed. He doesn't have anything good to eat. I'll eat my chocolate and he'll be like, "Oh, Vicky, I'm not eating any sugar."
You know, when I hear you describe me, I think I'm lucky that I'm already married because I don't think anyone else would put up with this. I think I get like my first date and the girl will be having bread and I'd go, "Yeah, I don't do the bread.
I don't do the bread. I don't do the bread. I've got my abs.
Well, I don't have abs yet, but I'll tell you right now.
I do my 300 push-ups every night.
I do 300 push-ups.
I know!
Okay, let's do the whole regimen. Okay, first of all, in the morning, lemon water, which you got me on.
I drink lemon water in the morning, yes.
So lemon water. George Tigalar has been begging me to get off coffee in my milk. So I'm off milk in the coffee, rather. So then I do my athletic greens with a protein. Then I don't eat.
You have like the Kelly Ripa diet.
Who?
Kelly Ripa. Like what she eats in a day. You sound like Kelly Ripa.
If I could have...
I eat mashed up green apple with a little paste. That's what you sound like.
I want to go on the Kelly Ripa finance plan.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I do 300 push-ups every night.
Yeah.
And I do my Peloton. I'll tell you something right now. I may not live forever, but if I die, it will not be my fault.
No, it won't. It won't be.
I gave up beer.
Oh, yeah. Well, Ron said, you're still drinking beer. No, Ron, he didn't. Because last week, Anthony Vila said to him that beer is like, what, bread?
Liquid bread.
Liquid bread. So now it's scotch only. Scotch only.
By the way, if you want my regimen, I will tell you the regimen. Because I'm adding all the time. I've given up sugar, all sugar.
Yeah.
I was eating those little hot balls, which sounds terrible. I was eating atomic fireballs.
You were eating atomic fireballs, yeah.
And I love them.
Yes.
And then I read a thing on the effect of sugar, and I'm like, no more atomic fireballs.
No more.
Organic ground pepper is the only fun.
Yeah, you're a hoot.
I'm a hoot, but I have a scotch. Scotch is okay.
Yeah.
And now, we got our brand new Stress Factory campfire mugs in.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Right.
And Vicky, there's a lot of OG fans of ours. So we got to do something soon. Like we're going to...
Well, actually, it's funny you should say that because Andrew Sudam, is that how you pronounce it?
Andrew Sudam,
yeah. He just reached out to me on Messenger and said, when are you doing another Vicky and Vinny live? And I said, you know what, soon. We've been doing a lot of private parties on Sundays.
Yeah.
And we've had a lot of private parties. This is like our season for private parties. And we're, they're finally coming back, because people are starting to live their lives.
And do we have the photograph of the original black and white Vicky and Vinny headshot? Do we have it?
That's not the original one.
Okay, Vicky.
We had an earlier one before that.
We did?
We did. So when I want to say I was giving blood that day. Oh yes, that one. That was the one that was right after we got married.
And I got to tell you something. Now, with the exception of the very heavy lipstick that you're using here.
Well, that was in style at the time.
It was in style.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you, you don't age.
That's very sweet.
Huh?
That you say that's very sweet. I'm hacking up along.
Look how beautiful you are. You're unbelievable.
Yeah. So thank you. That's very sweet.
And I like how the photograph is barely showing me. That's what's happening here. Is I am being edged out of the show. I am being edged out of the show. Oh, okay, I'm there.
Yeah.
All right, I couldn't see it on our screen.
Right. Sophia had to move it. Yeah.
But okay, I've changed dramatically. I look terrible comparatively.
No,
like
you
in that
don't.
picture, I say, okay, even though I was homeless and had no money, I was cute. Now I have a home and I look awful.
No, you don't. You look so handsome. Get out of town. Get out of town. No, so that picture was we were in a little studio apartment in New York, and the guy had a pit bull, and the pit bull wouldn't leave me alone. But I was very nervous with that pit bull because it was aggressively licking my arms, and the photographer wouldn't say anything. And it was giving me rashes on my arms. And I was like, no thank you, Mr. Pitbull. No thank you. And he wouldn't stop.
That's a pet peeve of mine. You know that.
It is. Well, the Pitbull was on the couch with me, licking my arms. And I was trying to get my leather jacket back on. And it's
leather jacket. Could you imagine that super hot looking leather jacket?
All right, don't be weird.
No, that's
so
we have another jacket photo.
I
want another jacket photo.
The very first headshot we ever did together, I want to say I was 23 years old, and I had to give blood for. That was when I was exposed to tuberculosis when I was working at that nursing home. And
I may sound boring, but you sound risky.
Yeah. So
you got the bronchitis, the tuberculosis. This broad's got shingles.
Yeah. So I was exposed to tuberculosis, so I had to do all this blood work and everything else. And you borrowed my car.
I had
to go get the headshots. And so you said, and I quote, just take the bicycle and I had to drive from New Brunswick to North Brunswick after giving blood.
I made you ride a bike?
You did.
You married a jackass. You married the biggest jackass. Oh my God. Could you imagine?
I would never do that today. Today I'd be like, what the fuck, Vinny? Pick me up, Vinny.
Hey,
my shrill.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
You wouldn't marry that, and I wouldn't marry that.
I know. So Todd Harpen said I look like my oldest daughter. Yes, Maddie looks very much like me at that age.
But can we just get back to one thing?
Yeah.
You look really smoking hot.
All right, stop. The kids are watching. You're being weird. So we actually found that picture. I was going to talk about something else first, but we found that picture.
Can we just get back to one thing before we go any further?
Yeah.
My pet peeve about people who allow their dogs.
Okay, so
to
Vinny does have a huge pet peeve about people's dogs. And keep in mind, we have 4 dogs. So, but my parents are the biggest offenders.
Oh, they're the worst. I love both of them. But Jesus, Donna.
Yeah, so my parents had a dog named Ralph, who they don't let their 2 current dogs do this, but Ralph was allowed to literally sit at the dining room table with us.
Ralph ate off Paul's fork.
Yeah.
Paul would be eating something. And listen, it's one thing if a dog takes a piece of steak off your fork. That's disgusting.
Right.
Okay. Spaghetti that you have to lick the sauce makes it a whole nother level of holy shit, is that gross. And I love Paul. I love Donna. I like dogs. It's not just them. It's anyone. Listen, you come to my house. My dogs are away.
Well, not the little dogs, but the pit bulls are away because unless you've been to our house several times.
Oh, wait. If Kathy Cruz is watching, she's been very good with her dogs.
No, her dogs are great. Her dogs are great. They don't sit at the dining room table.
I don't like any animal on me when I'm eating.
No, but so Vinny had to do a gig several years ago. You should tell that story.
Which one?
About the woman with the vitamins. The multimillionaire.
Okay, so I get hired to do the guy was a billionaire.
A billionaire, literally.
A bee with a billionaire. And they hired me to do his birthday party. And I had to go to the sister-in-law's house in Rumson, New Jersey.
Right.
And I get to the house. The house is enormous. Beautiful home. And I'm like, wow, this is where the party's going to be. The maid lets me in. There is no furniture in the house.
Right.
And I thought, wow, they cleaned the house out.
Right.
For the party. They moved everything. And in the backyard was an enormous Romanesque orgy-type pool pavilion that was being built, but there was no one working on it.
Right.
But you could see what it was going to be. You could see where they were going to do all the shenanigans. And so the maid leads me into a room, and sitting in the room on one of two chairs is the sister-in-law.
Right.
And she's can I show? I can show.
Yeah.
She's sitting like this, and she's got a towel draped across her head.
Right.
And they got a yellow lab that's barking incessantly, and no dog sheds or drools with the exception of the Saint Bernard.
Right.
So she's got her head laid back, and she doesn't look at me. She goes, "Sit down, sit down. I'm so sorry. I need a minute. I'm having a bad reaction to my vitamins." What kind of wealth do you have to have that? And I sat there, and the dog crawled up on my lap.
Right.
And he's licking my face, and I want to push him off.
But you
I don't want to lose the gig because they're paying me good coin. And so that dog shed all over me.
Right.
And then she told me that the reason the house had no furniture is that they had built another mansion in Brielle or somewhere on the water, and that with the real estate crash and the stock market crash, they lost money and they couldn't afford furniture. And I'm like,
but they were throwing that swanky party.
Swanky. That party was right out of Hollywood.
Right. I mean, it's all about your priorities.
Yes, and I'm not gonna say the name, but it was for a guy who's a billionaire, and he was with his wife.
Yeah.
And I said, "Hey, so and so, are you happily married?" "Yes, I am. 35 years." And I said, "Yeah, it's easy to be married when you're an effing billionaire. Try doing it when the cable gets turned off."
Right.
Which got a big laugh. And then a year later, I saw him at another swanky party.
I was at that party with you.
Yes, you were. And he was divorced. And we was with what, 22-year-old?
Oh my God, she was like 40 years younger than him.
40 years younger. Mm-hmm. Absolute gold digger. She actually was carrying a pickaxe.
Yeah. So Phil wanted to know if that was the bike hanging in the club. It's not the bike hanging in the club. So
No.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that that party, it's also funny. I can say how much they paid me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So they paid me $5,000
right
to do the party. And the night of the party, I do the show.
that kind of money, you're not pushing a dog away for. You're taking the dog home, bathing the dog,
right? And
eating with the dog,
right? And I frequently get paid that. If you want me at your house, that's the number. But I was getting, so it was good money, and then I do the show.
Yeah.
And there's just I don't know what else was going on at that party, but there was a lot of money at the party. And at the end of the party, the woman goes, "I forgot to bring the money." And in my head, I'm like, "Oh, you furnitureless whore! Now I'm not gonna get paid. You furnitureless whore!" And she called me like 2 days later. And she goes, "I'm going to swing by your house and pay you." I said, "Well, I'm not home." And she goes, "Well, I'll just leave it on your front porch." So I assumed there was going to be a check. And I get home. I can say this, right?
Yeah.
Under our front mat, fanned out so you couldn't miss it, were a bunch of $100 bills.
Right. That's how you know you have serious coin. That's how you know you have serious coin where you're not worried about someone stealing the money you've just paid like that.
Right.
And you're leaving it so, oh my God, I don't want them to miss it under the mat. It's like me leaving $2 for my kids' like school store. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to miss it, you know.
Which we wouldn't leave $2 under the mat.
No, I would
That
never.
Like home, it's like underneath
Yeah.
the couch. So she calls me. She goes, "Did you get the money?" I go, "Yeah, I got the money." I go, "Weren't you worried someone would take it?" And she goes, "Oh, I would just replace it. Don't worry." And I'm like,
No.
"Oh my God!" Like I can't wrap my mind around it.
No. So,
but that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. So one of the things that we wanted to talk about is, well, we're doing a big clean out at the club.
Oh yeah.
Big clean out at the club. And we've been like cleaning out all of the closets, out upstairs, and we've come across some real treasure troves. But I just want to say that first, I want to thank the staff for like they're working so hard. Do you have the picture of the staff? That is so.
And listen, they did work hard, and
Yeah,
they don't
they
have
are.
they don't have to come in to do this kind of work.
No, they don't. So
And-
the two of our daughters are in the middle right there, and that's Derek and Peter and Lily and Erin. Irene wasn't in the picture, but they're showing how dirty their hands were at that point. And
I want to say
then-
one thing about Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron, you can see in this photograph, Aaron and Derek were going to lift a cooler out of the back.
Mm-hmm.
And Aaron struggled with it. And me, at almost 60, had to take it over for him. And I had no problem with it. Just pointing that out.
Right, and so we have one more picture of them dressed up in super cute. Do you
Well,
have the other
missing
picture?
in this shot is Irene.
I just said that.
Oh,
I swear to God. Okay, you guys have to watch the next video coming on Friday. It's so indicative of our relationship. So yeah, so they found a bunch of stuff.
there's Irene in the middle right there next to Maddie.
Irene's not in the middle.
Oh, who's that?
That's Peter,
Peter.
and Aaron.
Peter looks like a woman in that shot.
Yeah. So we didn't get any pictures of Irene, but yeah. But they were
Irene was there. Who else was there?
Well, that was all yesterday. That was the crew yesterday.
And today
then
was Patty.
Patty was in today. Lauren was in today.
Lauren didn't do any of the heavy lifting.
No, but
I love Lauren, but Lauren did not. Lauren, I had a dumpster dive today
right.
because they threw some signed photographs away.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. So, I just want to applaud our staff because we are currently in the process of trying to find more staff because we're going to open the outside tent and make it a real homey bar. And so
You
that
want
way
to turn it into an oasis. I love your idea.
I do. I want to turn it into Oasis, so we have to hire more staff. But as many of you know, there's a huge staffing shortage right now.
Pour some Scotch.
So,
The coffee's done.
the whole hiring process
Just
has
two
been
fingers.
okay. All right, you see how bossy he is. So it's been a rough go. So yesterday, I had received an email from a gentleman, a young man, and he said, I'd like to apply for the position. I said, come on down. And some of the applicants we've gotten already have not been great.
Yeah.
They've been pretty shoddy, working 1 month here, 1 month there. And anybody that has had a staff knows it's so expensive to train somebody to only have them leave right away.
Is it fair to say that if you make it there to the interview, you're 95% hired?
Right. Like, I mean, if you've made it there, really, and you can talk
Yeah.
and you're somewhat presentable.
Yes.
Somewhat presentable. In this job market, you pretty much got a job. You're pretty much CEO.
Yeah, if you got both legs, both arms, and no neck tattoo,
Right.
you're a general manager.
Right. So I sit down with this young man yesterday, and I'm looking over his resume, and already, he got caught in the rainstorm, and he still came through with a soaking wet resume. And I said, "Oh, you didn't realize it was going to rain." No, I didn't. So I was giving the kid props for coming through in the rain anyway. I was like, "Great job." This kid came in the rain, and in my head, I'm thinking, I'm just going to say, "You got the job." But I feel like we have to go through some
You gotta
motion.
fake it.
I got to fake it. Like, I got to say,
Act like we're selective.
right. Like, we're hiring a lot of people. So we're doing a lot of interviews. And so I started talking to the kid, and he had worked at a day camp near my hometown growing up. So I say to him, "Hey, so you worked there?" And he was like, "Well, it was COVID, so I didn't really work." And in my head, last summer, two of our friends' kids went to that camp. And
Which one?
From Hoboken, Andy and Deborah's
Oh,
kids.
right, yeah.
And they loved it. And they went all summer. So I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, that camp was wide open.
Yeah.
It was sold out. People couldn't get their kids in. I don't know what you're talking about. And
It was tell them the name of the camp. It was
Mark
camp.
Muccichero. Oh my God, Mark Muccichero is watching. I haven't seen Mark in years. No,
Hey, Mark.
Vinny's drinking scotch. I'm drinking a margarita.
Hello, Mark.
Yeah.
Tell them the name of the camp.
So
It was
Jeff Camp.
I thought it was Camp COVID.
No. So anyway, so he says to me, no. I didn't really work. It was COVID. So I said, oh, okay, all right. You didn't really, whatever. So then I'm going through the motions. I'm still in my head, I'm going to hire him. And then I start to tell him about the club, and he says, well, actually, I trained here in 2019. I go, oh, you trained here already? And he goes, I did. But don't worry, it was just a weekend. And in my head, I'm like, oh, it was just a weekend, and we didn't let you go. That means you blew out.
Yeah, he blew out.
Right. So I go, oh, okay. So you remember Derek, our GM? He's like, I don't know. And I go, well, Derek's here on property right now. And I go, what happened? And he goes, oh, school, partying too much. And
This is during an interview.
This is during an interview.
Let me show you my best face forward.
So he's like, but don't worry, it was just a weekend. And then I was like, holy fuck, like you're telling me, like you're just going to blow out. Like I'm going to spend all this money to train you.
Right.
And you're just going to blow out because you were just partying. And so Derek plops down, and now I've got to give Derek the signal, like we are not hiring this kid. So I say to Derek, Derek, do you remember blah, blah, blah? I don't want to say his name. He trained with us in 2019 and he's here again for the job. Isn't that nice? And so Derek now immediately knows. And I go, Derek, I said, I was just explaining to blah, blah, blah. We have so many people coming down from the job, i.e. we don't. And because it's such a staff shortage that the people that we're getting, honestly, it's frightening. And
Okay.
so Derek's like, so you trained? And he goes, yeah, but don't worry. My schedule's clear now. My schedule's clear. So Derek looks at his resume and says, well, what about the fall? And he goes, wow, I always load up on classes in the fall, and now I know, like, dude, you're going to blow out again.
And wouldn't he by now be a graduate? He would have been a freshman in 19.
He would have had to been a freshman, yeah.
Or just a perennial student.
Right. But I don't know where everybody is because Vinny's had a couple people come down.
Who?
You had a couple people come down.
I had a couple people come down.
In pajamas.
I had a grown woman
Yeah.
come down in pajamas. She wants the job. I didn't sit down. And she said, where do we begin? And I said, in adult clothing.
Right.
That's where we begin. It's amazing. And just in the off chance that blah, blah, blah is watching,
Right.
you're not getting the job.
No, you're not. I mean, if he would have come to me and said, hey, listen, in 2019, I trained. I don't know if you remember me. I was in a bad place at that time. I'm a much different kid. I'm going to work hard. I want to be here. I would have been great. I would have been awesome. You know what? We believe in second chances. Let's go.
I don't know. Like, I had the kid come down this pre-COVID in dirty pants, dirty shirt, ripped blue jeans,
Right.
ratty sneakers, bad hair. And I said, this is how you come for the job? And yeah, it's just a waiting job. And I said, go home and tell your father he failed.
Right.
And you got mad at me.
Yeah, I did.
I said, go home and tell your father.
Because I think it's just so much easier to say, like, we're still in the interviewing process. Good luck.
I believe that parents need help. Like, I remember the kid, parents need help. They need to know.
Oh, you think that you need everybody, you need to be everybody's like world police?
I think that if you have raised a child.
You know what? We're going to do a segment. Vinny knows best.
Yes.
Vinny knows best.
Yes. How many times?
Vinny knows best.
You know what?
Don't eat your bread. Don't eat your sugar. I'll tell you how to interview.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How many times have you heard me say that if I ran the world?
Yes.
Well, don't you agree, kinda? Come on.
No, mind your own fucking business. That's what I say.
No, you agree.
Mind your business.
No, okay, listen. listen, you do agree a little bit because you stop. Like, I know when you're tired of hearing me. All right. But I also know.
I glaze over.
Yeah, you do. You glaze over.
I glaze over. I
You always
zone
say
out.
I'm not listening, but you literally, I at least fake well. I look and I hold eye
You
contact.
do not. You do not fake well.
Oh, you
do
fake
not
horribly.
fake well. No,
Uh,
you do not fake well. Not even a little bit. But you always feel the need. I haven't even told you this. So there's an old employee from our Connecticut club that has emailed me several times. And he's from the kitchen staff. He blew out. You gave him several chances. He came back. He kept blowing out again. And he had said, this is really weird. Like, and he knows I'm married to you. Vicky, save my number. And I was like, all right. Like,
Well, you know, it's easier if you're dating one of the partners to retain employment. It's much easier because you got a little elbow. You know what I'm saying? That person can't be fired because they'll say to you things like, "I'm a tough Vinny. I'm a tough Vinny. What we've
and
been
then
doing."
I didn't respond.
I hope not.
And then I swear to God on my life, he just emailed me yesterday. Hey, thinking, you got any more openings?
Okay, why am I finding out about this on air?
Because we never get a chance to talk. This is
Oh,
our
we
time to
talk
talk.
all the time. We talk nonstop. I should not find out. Let me tell you what happened to me.
I've been meaning to tell you that. So, I mean, we gave this young man plenty of times. And truth be told, I don't go to Connecticut often. So I've never met him in person, I don't think.
Let me tell you something funny about the difference between me and you.
But he's like, hey, Vicky.
Let me tell you the difference. Now, you enjoy that individual flirting with you.
I don't think so, Vinny. It's all via email. And
I would have shut that down so hard. I love when like one of the female staff members will try and like flirt their way. Like, do I have to work Friday? And I just go, yes, you do.
No, I honestly think that there's something clearly wrong with him. Like, he blew
Don't
out.
say that. They could be watching.
He's not watching.
Oh my God.
He's not watching.
No, I think there's something wrong with him too. He had a thing for you. Let me say something. This woman's expensive. So I think that sometimes parents need help. Like, now, they're off topic in terms of hiring.
Right.
But years ago, we had a party at the house, and a father dropped his son off.
Right.
Broad daylight.
Right.
And I was on the front porch, and I went to shake the kid's hand, and the kid walked by me.
Yeah.
And I grabbed him by the shirt.
Yeah, that's not a mortifying moment for your teenagers.
It was a great moment. And I pulled him back forward, and I said, I'm Mr. Brand.
Yeah.
I was saying hello to you.
Yeah, that's.
And the father was turning around in the driveway. And the father rolled the window down and said, oh, is there a problem? And I said, yeah, your son has no manners. He didn't say hi to me. And he goes, oh, what do we do? I go, he can either say hello to me or get back in your car. That's good. It takes a village. It takes a village.
Vinny knows best.
No,
And to the embarrassment of the rest of our family.
I caught that kid 2 hours later in the basement reading the Bible. I fixed that kid.
Yo, that was the kid you thought had stuff in his backpack, and it was like an asthma inhaler. Yeah. Vinny went through the kid's backpack and was like, "What do you have in here?" And it was a big inhaler, and Vinny was like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
I've said 100 times, if you got asthma, stay out of my house.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's in your inhaler. I think we've had. Now, can we show some more pictures?
Yeah, and then we were actually going to move on. We're flying today.
Flying through this today.
Flying. So we had actually. I didn't give you any. Oh yes, I'm sorry. This is the last picture I have. I went through this ditty. This was before Vinny and I started dating. This is, I think, his first headshot that he ever got.
It's gonna be painful.
So let's put that up. That's the gem I married. Look at that.
Oh,
Looking good, Vin.
oh my
That
God.
should be your headshot for Vinny Knows Best.
For those of you that don't know, that is a denim shirt.
Yeah.
That is a denim shirt. I don't know what kind of watch I'm wearing. That might be a Tag Heuer watch. And that is a full, you know what type of mustache that is. I can't say it. My little one's here. But we all know what kind of mustache
Right,
that
but that's a look at like this.
Do you know who has a mustache like that?
Who?
Noah.
Yes, Noah does have a mustache. But I particularly like,
Noah, you're looking at your future.
yeah.
Look at how thick that hair is. My
Yeah.
hair looks delicious.
Yeah.
That's a bad photo.
No, but I love it because you're like this. You're like, hi, look at me, I'm so sexy. Hi.
I think I'm not going for sexy there. I think I'm going for, I'm very humorous. I've got deep thoughts.
No, I'm deep in thought.
Yes.
I am so deep in thought. I have a lot to say. Vinny knows best.
And you see,
Vinny knows best.
you see how fat my face was?
Your face isn't fat.
In that photograph?
Your face isn't fat.
I'll bet in that photograph I'm 210 pounds. And right now I'm about 172. I've given up the bread.
You're giving up the bread. That'll do it.
Is there another shot or no? Is that it?
No, that's it. That's it.
So can we zoom up on this
right.
shot?
So this was another
Can we zoom
fun
up? Can we zoom up? Can I
shot
show
that
this?
we found. And I'm sorry, we didn't load it.
This is such a great shot.
Yeah.
Well, you got to make sure you're getting it right. You getting it right?
No. Yeah. I think there's a delay.
This is such a great shot. And this is a shot many years ago of a young Joe Rogan.
yeah.
And you can see why this guy got booked in so many things.
Yeah, we got it. Thanks, Sophia.
And that is the exact, I don't know if people know this or not, but that is the leather jacket that Vicky borrowed.
No.
Rogan.
Roger Gallo says, nice. I can't say the word because Cassie's here. Stash.
Yeah. Can I tell you something? Rogan actually showed the very top of his chest hair.
Yeah. Everyone's going for that sexy look. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's going.
Ron Ginsberg says that you look like Tom Selleck. He does look like Tom Selleck.
Wow, Ron Ginsberg.
He does look. I love Tom Selleck.
Look at Ron Ginsberg angling for free tickets to the next show and getting them.
And you got him, Ron. Ron and Sharon.
So listen, we have to.
We are gonna scooch out, but we have because we have to go finish filming some things.
We have to go finish filming our video.
And you should check out Vinny's
Instagram
with the latest video that we just shot and produced.
It's such a funny video. I can't say one thing about the video. If you watch the video, it's called "He Got Arrested for What." You'll see it on the Instagram. It's the first one on the feed actually, and there is a scene.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give it away. We rigged it up,
right?
And it looks like I'm doing something illegal, and a random guy comes walking up. And I literally acted like I wanted to sell him something illegal. And he went to buy it. He's like, well, how much are they? And I said, well, they're illegal. And then he went, oh, no, and he walked away. And he was not set up. That was just a random.
Yeah, that was just a random guy. Yeah, it was super fun.
And then it ends with me getting arrested.
Right. It does end up with you getting arrested. I can't see all the comments because I can't see anymore.
It's quite right. But I mean, when I got arrested, there were people watching right now. There were people in the store going, it's like he's really getting arrested.
Yeah, because it did. Our friend, dressed up as a fake cop who happens to be a real cop, but he had to dress up as a fake cop. And
he's the most fun.
He is so much fun. They were here tonight when we were doing the video in their backyard. That's highly illegal what we were doing tonight.
Don't say it's illegal. He just said he's a cop.
Oh no, we weren't doing anything illegal.
We did illegal stuff.
I'm sorry.
He just aided and abetted.
Yes, I'm
what
sorry.
Is wrong with you?
I don't know. It's the margarita went straight to my head on the antibiotics. Thanks, Denise, for saying it. I hope I feel better. Thank you. I'm finally trying.
Vicky's looking down at her phone again.
No, I because I can't see. I was trying to see on the video.
Next Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. And I hope you are all getting the message to coagulate here.
Right.
Here. And I also want you to know something. If you can spread the word, we appreciate it. All of our OG friends will get one of our new Vicky and Vinny glasses that are coming.
Yes,
in. I love them.
And Phil wants to know, I don't know when this shot of Joe Rogan is from.
I'm going to tell you, this is Rogan. And I'm going to tell you, this is 1991 or 2.
Okay.
And I will put up Chris Rock.
Yes.
Chris Rock's photograph is so old. His name's not on it. It's written on the back, Chris Rock.
Right.
It might be pre-SNL.
Well, yeah, I found one of Tom Papa's, and it was on the back. It was list like his height, his weight.
Yeah.
His achievements.
Yeah.
It's just so funny to see.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
We have very old Kevin James, Ray Romano. We just found Norm Macdonald signed. Norm Macdonald signed John Panette. sign Ralphie May. So we'll show some more of those next week. And Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, please spread the word.
Right. Oh, hold on. I want to say just hi to some people. Like hi to Jan Derricks. Hi to my sister-in-law Barbara. Hi to Patty.
Hey, Barbara and Jan and
yeah, Todd's got to go. Thank you, Todd. We have to talk this week now that I'm feeling
is
better.
Lee in?
What?
Lee?
Lee is not here, but Lee has to work sometimes. He watches it later. Doug wants a signed copy of your headshot. I can't, for some reason, I can't see all the stupid comments.
Did Adam Braun make it in?
I don't think so.
Adam Braun always watches in the reruns in any case.
Yeah.
And we love you all. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we do. So have a great night, everyone. And we will see you next week. And check out our new video that's on now. And then we have another one coming up on Friday.
Is there one going in tomorrow too?
Yeah, we can do a story.
We have a Jackie the Joke Man.
Yeah.
All right. We love you. We'll see you next
All right.
Tuesday.
Good night, guys. Bye.
Good night, guys. That was good.